I have now at this moment the founder of the Bhim Army, who is presently under house arrest. He's inside his house in Saharanpur, Chandrasekhar Azad. चंद्रशेखर जी, आप कल भी हमारे कार्यक्रम में थे, आज कल आप दिल्ली में थे, आज आप हाउस अरेस्ट कर लिए गए हैं। मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता हूं, ये जिस तरीके से रात में अंतिम संस्कार कर दिया, क्या इससे निष्कर्ष निकाला जाए? छुपाने की कोशिश कुछ?
देखिए, मैं तो शुरू के दिन से ही कह रहा हूं कि किस तरह से जो है दबाने का प्रयास, छिपाने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है। इसीलिए जब पीड़िता की हालत खराब हो रही थी तो उसको अलीगढ़ से जो है हायर सेंटर रेफर नहीं किया गया। यही मुझे पहले दिन से लग रहा था। और जिस तरह सफदरजंग पे कल हमारी मांग यही थी कि जांच होनी चाहिए। जब 14 दिन तक पीड़िता जिला अस्पतालों, जहाँ यूपी के जिला अस्पतालों की हालत खराब है, सर्वाइव कर रही थी, तो वो एक ही रात कैसे हायर सेंटर में सर्वाइव नहीं कर पाई? तो ये बड़ा सवाल है। मुझे इसमें जो है कोई साजिश की बू आती है। और जिस तरह से एक झूठ सबसे बड़ा बोला गया, कभी पीड़ित परिवार को हमसे बोलते थे कि डेड बॉडी यही है, कभी बोलते डेड बॉडी चली गई है, कभी बोलते हैं बिना पीड़ित परिवार की मर्जी के डेड बॉडी वहां से क्यों गई, और अगर लेके भी गए और उसके बाद जो रात में हुआ वो एक काली रात है, इस देश के लिए काली रात है कि एक परिवार को, जिसके परिवार से इतना बड़ा हादसा हुआ, जहां पूरे देश में जो है इसका दुख है, तमाम जो सभी के यहाँ बहन बेटी है, सब लोग इस बात पर दुखी हैं। उन्हें अपनी बच्ची का मुंह देखने नहीं देगा। उनकी माँ तड़प रही थी, उनके भाई तड़प रहे थे, उनके पिताजी ताऊजी तड़प रहे थे। कल मैं रात उनके साथ में था, जबरदस्ती पुलिस उनको उठाकर लेके गई है। पीड़ितों की मदद करने के लिए पुलिस, या पीड़ितों को धमकाने डराने के लिए, उनको भगाने के लिए? जिस तरह से अपराधिक तरह उनको गाड़ी में गिरा गया, मैंने जबरदस्ती करके मैं गाड़ी में घुस गया कि अकेले नहीं जाने दूंगा, आपका कोई भरोसा नहीं। जिस तरह के आपके जो है आचरण अब तक देखने को मिले हैं, तो मुझे वहां से कह दिया गया ठीक है आप मेरे साथ चले, लेकिन जेवर टोल पे 25 गाड़ी लगा के तमाम पुलिसकर्मियों ने मुझे गाड़ी से खींच लिया और पूरी रात जो है मुझे और हिमांशु वाल्मीकि जी को पूरे रोड पर घुमाते रहे। और अब घर लेके आए तो यहाँ फोर्स तैनात कर दी गई है। मुझे एक ऑर्डर दिया गया है कि अगर घर से बाहर आप निकलते हैं तो आप पे कार्रवाई होगी, क्योंकि आपके बाहर निकलने से माहौल खराब हो जाएगा। न्याय की आवाज उठाने से कौन सा माहौल खराब होगा? रात में अगर अंतिम संस्कार किया गया तो सिर्फ एविडेंस टेम्परिंग के लिए कि किसी तरह से एविडेंस खत्म किए जाए, क्योंकि हमारी मांग थी कि पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट जो है हमें उससे संतुष्टि नहीं है, मेडिकल रिपोर्ट से संतुष्टि नहीं है। पोस्टमार्टम पैनल करे और वो पैनल उन विश्वसनीय डॉक्टरों का हो, एम्स के डॉक्टर का, जो ईमानदारी से पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट बनाए, मेडिकल रिपोर्ट बनाए, जिससे कि न्याय मिल सके।
नहीं, मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता हूं, देखिए चंद्रशेखर जी, कल एडीजी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर से बात हो रही थी और आपसे बात करने के एकदम बाद ही वो कार्यक्रम में आए थे। उनका तो ये कहना है कि भाई आप जांच रिपोर्ट देख लीजिए, जांच रिपोर्ट में और जो मेडिकल की जो रिपोर्ट है उसमें कहीं भी इस चीज का जिक्र नहीं है कि जबान काट दी गई हो या पीठ तोड़ दी गई हो, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। लेकिन अगर ऐसा है तो फिर ये रात में चोरी छुपे दाह संस्कार करने का मतलब क्या है? और परिवार साफ साफ तौर से ये कह रहा है कि हमारे यहाँ ये रीति रिवाज नहीं होता, दिन के उजाले में किया जाता है अंतिम संस्कार।
देखिए, योगी जी हो या मोदी जी हो या भारतीय जनता पार्टी आरएसएस हो, वो हमेशा से हिंदू धर्म की बात करती है, हिंदू रीति रिवाजों की बात करती है, संस्कृति की बात करती है। पीड़ित परिवार ने ये रिक्वेस्ट की है, मैंने आके वीडियो देखी है कि भाई हम हिंदू रीति रिवाज को मानते हैं, मगर हम हिंदू रीति रिवाज में सूर्य अस्त होने के बाद दाह संस्कार नहीं करते, हम कल कर देंगे, आपको क्या जल्दबाजी है? हम सब लोग पीड़ितों की मदद के लिए थे, तो सरकार और प्रशासन करना चाहिए कि पीड़ित परिवार की बात मान लेते। तो अगर वो रात में किया गया है और परिवार की असहमति के बाद किया गया है, तो कहीं ना कहीं सिर्फ एजेंडा यही था, ठोस कारण यही था कि जब हम पे कोई पीड़िता ही नहीं रहेगी, उसकी डेड बॉडी नहीं रहेगी, दोबारा पोस्टमार्टम या मेडिकल रिपोर्ट की हम बात ही नहीं कर पाएंगे, तो अब एडीजी कोई भी बयान देते रहे, डीजीपी कोई भी बयान देते रहे, क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
आजाद जी, मैं आपसे, चंद्रशेखर जी, मेरा आखिरी सवाल आपसे, मैं हर किसी से पूछ रहा हूं, मैंने पीड़िता के परिवारजनों से भी पूछा कि ये जो कार्रवाई, पुलिस को ये जो हौसला हुई, ये जो हिम्मत हुई उनकी कि वो इस तरीके से कर ले जाएं, क्या वो ये कर सकते हैं अगर ये किसी और जाति के लोग होते? और बहुत सारे लोग मुझे सुबह से ये कह रहे हैं कि जाति के बारे में आप बात क्यों करना चाह रहे हैं, आप समाज को बांटने की बात कर रहे हैं। समाज अपने आप में देख लीजिए क्या हो रहा है रात में। क्या ये वो किसी सवर्ण के साथ कर सकते थे? कुड दे हैव डन दिस टू अनदर कम्युनिटी?
देखिए, अगर मैं सच कहूं, और सच अगर देश को सुनना है तो सच ये है कि अगर ये किसी दलित ने किया होता तो उसके परिवार की बहनों को, माताओं को नंगा करके गांव में घुमाया जाता, और पुलिस प्रशासन के लोग घर पर बैठ के अपने ऑफिस में बैठ के देखते हैं। ये एक कड़वा सच है, ये हम बहुत लंबे समय से सह रहे हैं। यहाँ खाप पंचायतें होती हैं, तमाम तरह की होती हैं, ये पहले हुआ भी है। कल ही के दिन 29 सितंबर 2006 को खैलांजी में ये हुआ था, महाराष्ट्र में। वहां भी मेडिकल रिपोर्ट में रेप की पुष्टि नहीं हुई थी, जबकि बाद में जब लोगों ने विरोध किया तब गांव के लोग निकल के उन्होंने कहा कि सामूहिक रेप हुआ है, पुलिस एफआईआर नहीं लिख रही थी। पुलिस के हौसले बताते हैं कि सत्ता में बैठे लोगों का संरक्षण है उन्हें कि आप कुछ भी कीजिए, बस किसी तरह से अपराधियों को बचाने के लिए आप जो एविडेंस उनको खत्म कर दीजिए। सवाल ये है, बेटी स्वर्ण की हो या दलित की हो, सवाल न्याय का है। और मुख्यमंत्री न्याय देने के बजाय पीड़ितों को डराने का, पुलिस के जिनको रक्षक कहा जाता है वो भक्षक बनके हमारे लोगों की खाल उतार रहे हैं, पीड़ितों को सता रहे हैं। इससे क्या न्याय के प्रति आस्था मजबूत होगी? इससे न्याय के प्रति आस्था मजबूत नहीं होगी। मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, यूपी में न्याय नहीं मिलेगा, हम सबको मिलकर आवाज उठानी पड़ेगी कि इस मुकदमे को दिल्ली रेफर किया जाए, दिल्ली हाईकोर्ट रेफर किया जाए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट रेफर किया जाए, जिससे कि न्याय मिल सके। यूपी के हालात आप और मैं जानते हैं, उन्नाव में जो हुआ हम सब जानते हैं। लेकिन आप समझिए कि पूरे देश के दलितों में विरोध है। कल से सफाई कर्मचारी हड़ताल पे जाएंगे, मैंने मांग की है।
अच्छा, हम
चुप नहीं बैठेंगे जब तक न्याय नहीं होगा। मुख्यमंत्री ये ना समझे कि हम कमजोर हैं, हम अपने अधिकारों की लड़ाई लड़ सकते हैं और लड़ेंगे, चाहे हमारी जान क्यों ना चले जाए। मैं देखूंगा कि कौन मुझे रोकेगा हाथरस जाने से, मैं जाऊंगा हाथरस। ये फोर्स लगा मेरे घर के बाहर, पीएससी लगा रखी है, काहे को? मैं कोई अपराधी हूँ? मुझे इनलीगल डिटेन किया गया, काहे को? पीड़ित परिवार से मुझे अलग किया गया, काहे को? क्योंकि इनको पता था कि ये होगा तो करने नहीं देगा।
ठीक,
ये दिल्ली में पूरे दुनिया का मीडिया ये वहां से बच्ची को लेके आए जानबूझ के कि यूपी में आ जाए, ये तानाशाही करेंगे। दिल्ली में आप लोग आवाज उठा रहे थे
अपने हिसाब से ताकि चला सकें। ठीक है चंद्रशेखर आजाद जी, ये इस पूरी जानकारी के लिए या हमसे बात करने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आई वांट टू नाउ इंट्रोड्यूस रेणुका चौधरी, former Women and Child Development Minister, and I also have Lalita Kumaramangalam, member of the BJP, with me. Renuka ji, the manner in which the events have unfolded, I think nobody can defend either the reasons that led to her death, and then the manner in which she was denied dignity in death by the police, no less. Renuka Chaudhary.
Do you know the history and the legend of UP governance? In the past 1 year, 60,000 cases of crime against women have happened in UP, which means practically 1 in every 7 minutes, there is a crime that unfolds against women. And this is not talking about the dowry harassment and other related crime that happens in UP. So this is the history. There is a pattern that is established by the governance or the lack of governance, number one. Number two, how did the police have the audacity to behave like this, to execute something like that? Why is the police even involved in a funeral? A funeral is a private situation for a family, and then they do it as per their rights and rituals.
There is an unclaimed body. But this is not an unclaimed body.
This is not an unclaimed body. We know that. And the family now doubts whether there was even a body. I think that's horrific. There's no closure for this for the family. And if the police have done this without the compliance of the state government, then suspend the police. Remove them from there.
Now they're saying that some action will be initiated. There is an SIT.
They are in a position of power where they can actually influence an inquiry tomorrow. They should be suspended and removed. If they're not in compliance with the police, if the government has not told them, why are they hesitating to take action? Okay. What would you do in any
Lalita
other
Kumaramangalam, I want to bring you in. You have heard what Renuka Chaudhary has to say. You have also been a former NCW chief. I want to know from you, Lalita ji, you were here on this program, you were saying that we have to rise above caste lines, we have to completely admit that this is a failure of our society, that women are insulted and defeated each day in this country. But what about the police force? What about a force? How about dignity in death?
Sanket, once again, let me begin by saying that my deepest condolences to that unfortunate family. I don't think I will ever be able to give enough condolences because what they've gone through is truly horrific. no family should ever have to go through that. Having said that, ma'am, please, I request you not to interrupt. I didn't interrupt when you were speaking. If you wish to speak, please go ahead. I'll wait till you finish. I have no problem.
No, I'll wait till you finish and then I'll speak.
Thank you.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you. Now, having said that, earlier on a comment was made about what the current chairperson of the National Commission of Women has said, Rekha Sharma. I don't think Rekha ji is foolish enough to have misstated anything, because she holds a constitutional position and she is an educated, experienced woman when it comes
Lalita
to
ji,
working
the point
in
on
this
the
field.
actions of the police force.
Second, Sanket, let me finish. I didn't hear you interrupt other people. Why do you interrupt me? Let me finish. You can always say what you want afterwards. Otherwise, like I say, I'm not here to make a political point or
No,
score
ma'am.
political
The point
points.
is,
So
I
let
asked
me
a
finish
question,
what
I didn't
I'm
get
saying.
that answer. Yeah.
I'm giving you the answer. You allowed Chandrasekhar to rattle on and on about that. I mean, with whatever he said. So you can give me a little time too, please. Sure. Now, the second thing is that if the police has committed what the blunders or the mistakes or the slips in what is being leveled against them, then yes, they must be held to account. And I think the Chief Minister of UP has said that after he set up the SIT, that there will be action taken against the erring policeman. Third, if the family has their doubts, well, I am sure that since the Chief Minister of UP has taken this matter into his own, he has taken cognizance of it himself and he has reached out to the child's father, that he will look into the matter. Now, I don't know, I'm not a forensic expert, and I'm not going to go by either one side or the other. Feelings are extremely, running extremely high at the moment on both sides, and rightly so. I'm not finding fault with anybody. I'm a woman. I have 2 daughters. I have a granddaughter. If anything happened to anybody like this in my family, it would break me. So my entire empathy is with the family, but I don't think we should go on questioning them the way we do at this moment. They are broken. They don't know what's going on. They're absolutely.
We are questioning the government.
Everybody is questioning them.
I think
everybody is also questioning the family. I don't mean in a bad way. We are going on asking them leading questions, to which those poor people probably don't have an idea what's happening.
Lalita ji? What is the leading question? I asked them. I have interviewed the family.
I'm not here to find fault. I'm not here to find fault.
No, but then you just said that you should not ask leading questions. What is the leading question?
I never said they shouldn't. I said they are being asked leading questions. Shouldn't. I'm not a person to judge. I don't judge. I'm not the press, Sanket.
You have heard what Lalita ji had to say.
I'm just an ordinary member of the BJP. I'm not the press. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to play politics. I've said this yesterday.
But my point is the manner in which this has happened. You also say that there should be an investigation. There should be an investigation against those cops.
Yes,
against that district magistrate.
There must be an investigation.
My follow-up question, do you think that a DM or a police force can act on their own will in a state? That a district magistrate can go ahead and take a call like this in a sensational matter?
Unfortunately, in this country, too many police people take things into their own hands. Just cast your mind back a couple of months, what happened in Tamil Nadu with those 2 people who were actually killed within that police station. So it's not, I'm not trying to justify anything.
Okay.
It is wrong. And if they've done it, they must. But let me answer that one point that you made about the Dalit thing. Unfortunately, again, caste equations in this country are absolutely, totally, reprehensible according to me personally. And unfortunately, again, marginalized communities, women are, they're treated so brutally that even animals are treated better. Again, that is something that must change, and whoever is doing it, regardless.
But then here the allegation is against the state government that members of a community or a caste to which the chief minister belongs are thriving and benefiting, but everyone else is being oppressed. It's a view that people have. Renuka Chaudhary now. Renuka Chaudhary, very quick.
I do not want to divert.
Lalita ji, you've spoken. You've spoken. You got a lot of time. Now, one more.
That's okay. You allowed others to speak. Why is it only the BJP that never finds a voice on NDTV?
Ma'am, you've spoken 3 to 4.
Come on,
Sanket. Unfair allegation. Unfair allegation.
May I
Unfair allegation. Renuka Chaudhary, and I promise I will come back to you.
it's
I do
unfair to
not
say
want
that just because
to
they are
divert
belonging to
or
the same caste as the
dilute.
CM that they are going to be covered up for. They are
Lalitha
not.
Kumaramangalam,
That's been made
you have
very,
come
very
on,
clear.
Miss Kumaramangalam, you have come on my program and programs on
Yes,
NDTV on
doesn't
so
matter.
many occasions.
Yes,
I do
I
not
have.
want to
You
divert
would not
or
have had we
dilute
not
from
been
the
fair.
real issue.
Renuka Chaudhary, yeah.
Who is the police to do a funeral of a body which has an ID,
Correct.
where the family knows whose dead body that is?
Reply.
Hello?
What does the
Are
police
you
have to
asking
do?
me the question, or are you asking? I don't know who's being talked to at the moment. You
who's-
just told
hello,
me
can you
in
hear
short to
me?
shut up, so I've shut up.
Renuka ji, you wanted to ask the question of Lalita? Lalita ji? Okay, we seem to have lost that audio connection with Renuka Chaudhary. I think we've lost that audio connection with Renuka Chaudhary. But very quickly, quick closing comments before you accuse me again of not giving you time. Lalita Kumaramangalam.
Look,
Running
if
out of
Renuka
time,
ji
but
did ask that
you're right to
question-
reply.
If Renuka ji did ask that question of me,
Yeah.
I have said it very clearly that if the police have made mistakes, if they've done things that they should not have done as per the law, then they must be punished. They must be held accountable.
Okay.
I'm very clear that Yogi will do it. Yogi Adityanath ji will do it. He is not a chief minister who does not understand the pulse of the people, and rightly so. The people are extremely angry now with what has happened in the course of the events that have led to this child's death.
Okay,
But
okay.
this is not about the fact that they are only Yogi's caste. The fact is they are upper caste people. Upper caste people, regardless again of whatever caste it may be, they should be punished if they are harassing or if they are torturing or if they are, participating in any form of violence against people from another
Sure.
caste.
Okay.
I'm very clear about
Okay,
this.
Renuka Chaudhary is now back with us. Yes, very quickly, running out of time. You were saying, Renuka.
I want to say one thing. There has to be accountability in this. I am fed up of appearing on TV and talking about yet another rape, yet another thing. UP has a history with Mr. Yogi sitting there of 60,000 crime against women in the last 1 year.
Where is that figure from,
And
madam?
if the dead, please
Where
go and
is
look
that
for it.
figure from?
And if you look at this, their
No, it's
police
not. I
have
didn't quote it.
tampered and destroyed evidence by the act of, by virtue of doing this burial, this cremation. Who is the police to do a cremation of a family when they have not requested the police to come to escort them for a funeral? Who are they to interfere? And if they have interfered and they have tampered with the evidence, they have burnt a young girl. They have burnt a young girl's body. It is not a cremation. It is burning and destroying of evidence. It is tampering of evidence. And the IPC sections
say it's
under
burning
this,
of humanity.
either the police pay the price or the government remains accountable.
manner in
Let
which
the
it was
government
done.
answer this.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
DM has also given a statement. I think
Sure,
that is
sure.
criminal.
Renuka
What has
Chaudhary as well
happened
as
is
Lalita
absolutely
Kumaramangalam.
criminal.
I've run out of time, but you've made your points. Thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast. We also spoke to senior CPM leader Brinda Karat just a short while ago. Let's play that. All right, joining us right now is senior CPM leader Brinda Karat. Thank you very much, Brinda ji, for joining us right here on NDTV. The events that have unfolded in Hathras in Uttar Pradesh, 200 kilometers from India's seat of power, about 250 kilometers from Uttar Pradesh's seat of power. First of all, this incident happens. Law and order is a state subject, and this incident happens unexplained. There is a delay that is reported in the FIR. And then, in the middle of the night, like thieves, the police decides to carry out a cremation. What do you make of this? What does this mean?
Well, it doesn't only show that Uttar Pradesh is now the Atyachar Pradesh or the #1 Pradesh in lawlessness, but I think what is more relevant is that today in Uttar Pradesh, we have the imposition of a caste code which is ensuring that Dalits, marginalized sections, are vulnerable to social atrocities, and that the government stands as guardians to the oppressors. What happened in Hathras was that this young woman found herself at the center of what I describe as a Make in India unique social crossing of caste, class, and patriarchy. She was poor, she was Dalit, probably landless, And all these conditions provided impunity to the upper caste men who brutalized her, who raped her, who injured her. And then the police, instead of taking immediate action, tried to conceal the severity of the crime. Even today they are trying to do that. So this can only mean that there is a unwritten caste code being imposed by the Adityanath government, in which the beneficiaries are those who are members of his caste brotherhood.
Ms. Karat, it's interesting that you say that, and surprisingly now, in the context of UP or in the context of caste, you see this discourse in the dispensation that we have to rise above caste lines. We should not talk about caste. It's sabka saath and sabka vikas. But I want to ask you, and would really urge that you can speak your mind and with absolute honesty. Would the police, what do you think, Ms. Karat, would the police have treated the family the same way had they been from a favorable caste or from an upper caste?
Well, if you look at the experience of Dalit women in Uttar Pradesh and the record of the Uttar Pradesh government in protecting upper caste criminals, particularly in rape cases, it's absolutely clear that the police have unwritten instructions, but instructions nevertheless, that these people have to be protected. It's not a coincidence that the Unnao rape victim had to fight for her life, but she lost her father, she lost her uncle, she lost her aunt, her family was threatened because the perpetrator of rape was not only a BJP MLA, but he happened to be of the same caste brotherhood as the chief minister. I'm really sorry to have to speak in these terms, but it's true. What about that so-called Swami running educational institutions and using his power to rape a young woman student, 22 years old? What is her condition today? She is being terrorized.